Welcome back then, you FM legends. I'm back. Sorry, I have had a little break from making any content, but I'm back at it now and I'm back with another tactic for you. Actually started out this tactic as just a little bit of me playing around, seeing what I could do by forcing 5 playmakers into a team, and it just turns out that it actually works really well. And as you can see, I have started the first one with Bournemouth. And it's the same format that I do all of my testing. It's just simply plugging the tactic in, going on holiday, letting the assistant manager do the work. And this is it with Bournemouth. We've finished 4th. We've won 21 games. We've drawn 6. We lost 11 games. We scored 84 goals and conceded 65. Goal difference of 19. 69 points, which is obviously massively overachieving for Bournemouth. And that's a start of what this tactic can do. With Spurs, we've had an absolute fantastic season. We actually won the Premier Division in that first season. The only thing I did do here was I forced them to play Maddison in the central of the 3 attacking midfielders, which I will show you when we get to the tactic. That was because in my first test I actually did with Spurs, we finished 2nd and we ran Man City very close. But when I looked at the tactic, they played Maddison on the right and Kulusevski in the middle. So I swapped them round and that made a massive difference and we won the Premier League. Not much difference in points, but in terms of the amount of goals we got and assists from Maddison was huge. So as you can see there with Spurs, we won 30 of the 38 games. We drew 3 and lost 5. We scored 107 goals and had a much better goal difference as we only conceded 37 with a goal difference of 70 and a massive 93 points. For those of you who are interested in the data hub, you can see it here, a 2.82 goals per game, conceded per game 0.97, expected goals against 0.99, tackling ratio of 74.04, pass completion ratio of 88.10, the shots on target at 44.61 and shots per game at 15.63. So Humming-Song and Maddison got 27 goals each in the season. Maddison with a great average rating, Richarlison getting 14 assists and Maddison getting the most man of the match awards in the league. And what could be a more of an important test for you guys that don't play the top divisions, I'm playing the lower leagues, this also works as well. We dropped down here to League 2 and played with AFC Wimbledon, and they are predicted to finish 10th. And with AFC Wimbledon as well, we punched well above our weight and we won the division. We got a massive 98 points. We won 30 games, we drew 8 and we lost 8. We scored 128 goals, conceding 62 and had a goal difference of plus 66. So we know what this tactic can do. We've shared it around a lot of clubs, but here's just a little one for those of you that are interested. When you give it to the best of the best, here's Manchester City. They obviously won the league, 97 points. They scored 114 goals, only conceded 35. We got a 79 plus goal difference, winning 31 of those 38 games, 4 draws and 3 losses. And typically Man City just cleaned up with this tactic. They beat Arsenal 4-0 in the Community Shield. They also won the Carabao Cup, beating the likes of Man United on the way, Chelsea in the semi-final, and then had Leeds United in the final and they won that 3-2. They also picked up the FA Cup but didn't have the hardest of runs in this. Got a lot of wins, didn't even concede a goal in that one. Beat Newcastle 4-0 in the final. They won the Super Cup as well, beating Sevilla 3-2. Finishing off the season, winning the big one, the Champions League. Once again, Manchester City are the champions, beating Inter Milan in the final, knocking out Real Madrid in the semis. So finally, let's move on to the tactical instructions. Here it is, we are playing with a positive mentality. We're using a sweeper keeper on defend, and we're asking him to tackle harder. We've got 2 wing backs with the same instructions on attack. We're asking them to stay wider and tackle harder. 2 ball playing centre backs, both on the defensive duty, and we're asking them to dribble more and tackle harder. The 2 roaming playmakers, they're actually in the defensive midfielder position. They've both got tackle harder. Then we have our 3 advanced playmakers, and they're all on that attacking duty. The wide ones have sit narrower and tackle harder. and the central one has roam from position, tackle harder. The advanced forward just has the tackle harder instruction as well. And this is how we look in possession. We play with a fairly wide attacking width. We look to pass into space. We overlap on the right and the left, and we also try to focus the play on both the wings. We play with that shorter passing directness and the tempo set to the maximum. We also have the final third instruction to put in those low crosses, and the dribbling is set to run at defence. In transition, we do the usual, we counter press, we counter, we distribute quickly, and we look for our goalkeeper to roll it out. So out of possession then, we're actually using that lower defensive line, but we are looking to put in a high press. We trigger that press as much as possible. We also look to prevent that goalkeeper distribution, and we also get stuck in. So there's the Playmaker 5 tactic, what just started out to be just a bit of fun really. Really pleased with how it turned out. It's really good, this tactic. Really fun one to use. Get it downloaded, it'll be in the description. Let me know which team you're playing with and how you get on with it. Thank you very much. We've just got over 400 subscribers now. You're all FM legends. I'll see you in the next one.